So as we prepare for back to school during the pandemic, a lot of people are going virtual with school. Some people just don't plan on sending their kids back, and I don't blame them. This video is just pretty much the most popular laptops or computers for back to school. I've been doing this for years. I see what a lot of people come in looking for. So I'm just trying to get those who don't have an idea what they out here looking for, but they know they need a computer for school. They sending their kid to college, or whether you're sending your kid to elementary school. Now is the time to prepare for virtual learning. If not now, then never. So the number one computer, of course, a lot of people know this. Apple is the most popular computer. You got the MacBook Pro. The MacBook Pro is a very fast and efficient computer. But here's a few things you want to look for when you're looking for a MacBook Pro. One, I wouldn't put a kid in elementary school or even middle school in a MacBook Pro unless they're very responsible. The MacBook Pros are expensive. So if you're looking for something that is not going to break the bank, then that's not the product for you. But later in this video, I will mention some more affordable products for those people who aren't looking to put an 8-year-old in $1,000 laptop. And you can also go refurbish and cut the cost down in half, but it's still quite expensive. $400 cost for a laptop. But MacBook Pro is the number one. Actually, I should do this video backwards. So we're gonna do this backwards. We starting with the number 5, and I'm gonna count them down. I think I actually have 6. So we'll start at the top 6, and we're gonna count them down into the number 1. The number 6 computer being the Apple iMac. Perfect for your home. It's an all-in-one desktop if you're not familiar with the Apple iMac. They start at sizes 20, and they can go up to like a 27-inch monitor. The iMac is an all-in-one, and if you don't know what an all-in-one is, it's basically where you don't have to go out and get a tower. The computer is the tower, so you have a whole screen, and the computer is in the screen. These are very popular for home use. It's not an on-the-go type of computer, but if you are a home-based student and you're not going into classes, if your school is just doing straight homeschooling or virtual, this is a great tool. It comes with a built-in webcam. You'll also have Bluetooth. It has built-in speakers, so you don't have to go out and buy a bunch of accessories. A lot of times, if you buy them used or new, you'll get it with a keyboard and a mouse. So this all-in-one is capable of doing any task. You do have to check what processor if you're looking to do something extensive like video editing. If you're going to school for production, you might need a top-of-the-line version of one. But if you're just doing straight schoolwork, the base models will work for what you're trying to do. The Dell 15 and the HP 15, I'm gonna do these as a one product item because they're quite similar. They're a very popular product by Dell and HP because they're a nice size screen, 15-inch screen. They do come with the number keyboard pad. A lot of people like them because though they're a large size screen, they are thin. They're one of the thinnest models you can buy from these companies unless you're buying Ultrabook. But a lot of people don't buy Ultrabook for schools, mostly business class when you're looking at Ultrabook. But for school, back to school, you're looking at Dell 15 or HP 15. These are normally in the price range of $200 to $500, depending on if you're going used or new, and also based upon specs. So you can go with a lower end model, be around $200. Higher end models will be around $500. But very efficient. They are Windows laptops. They are compatible. They have webcams. They have built-in speakers. So if you're doing Zoom, I'm not sure what the virtual learning will require you to have, but I'm sure it will meet the requirements. The next most popular item, and we'll skip 5 and 4 and we'll jump down to item number 3 because 5 and 4 is the HP and the Dell. Item number 3 is the Google Chromebook. Now, Google Chromebook is now made by just about any company. I've seen Samsung Chromebooks, I've seen Dell, HP, Lenovo. Doesn't really matter who you buy it from. They're all pretty much the same. These Chromebooks though, be careful when buying them, because if you need a full operating system like Windows or Mac, these don't have that operating system. It's basically pulled through internet usage. So it's basically just like having a web browser for real on your computer. It allows you to go online, search, but Google has gotten to the point where now they have their own apps implemented into their browser, so you can download certain apps, you can do certain things with documents, you can do things like that, but they are limited on storage. So that's one thing to keep in mind, is they're limited on storage. Two, they do make them in small sizes and large sizes, but they're still going to be limited on storage. But you can use a the Google Cloud, where you can start storing your things into there. But if you're not familiar with all of this and you are familiar with Windows, then I would skip over the Google Chromebook altogether. Me personally, it's not for me, but I do know that a lot of the lower schools, like the elementary and the middle schools, that's what they are training the kids on. When it comes to virtual learning, I'm not too sure if you'll be able to do face-to-face. I do think that it is possible because it has Google. It's kind of similar to a Google phone, so you should be able to download like Duo or something and be able to do face-to-face. But check what apps the school is using before you just go out and purchase it and assume. Because a lot of places, they're going to be busy during this time, and trying to return or exchange an item might be difficult. The next item on the list is the MacBook Air. MacBook Air is just a slim version of the Pro. It does lack some of the processing power. And then another thing to keep in mind is down the road, if you plan on keeping this for like a long time, whatever specs you buy on the MacBook Air is typically the specs you're going to be stuck with, other than the hard drive. The RAM can't be upgraded on those models unless you take it to Apple. And at that point, you might as well just buy another computer. So that's something to think about with the MacBook Air. And then last but not least is the MacBook Pro. The MacBook Air, one more thing about the MacBook Air though. The MacBook Air comes in sizes 11-inch and 13-inch. Those are the only two screen sizes. The design of the MacBook Air was just basically to have something small with the power of the MacBook, the look of the MacBook, and the utility of the MacBook, but in a compact size. So keep that in mind if you are in need of larger screens, you have visual disabilities and you can't see, you're visually impaired. Those are things you might want to think about. And then that will bring us to the number one product that people are looking for back to school, and it's mainly among high schoolers and up, is the MacBook Pro. The MacBook Pro can do just about any and everything you want to do. If you're on a budget, because they can be pricey, if you're on a budget, I would definitely recommend doing your research before just jumping into any MacBook Pro. They do limit what you can do on each one as they get older and older, and that's something that Apple does, I think, to draw you in to buy something newer. So do your research, because some of the older models can only take older operating systems, which won't allow you to download certain apps from the Play Store. But for school, you might not need any of those Play Store apps. 9 times out of 10 you won't, but that will be, something in your leisure time that you might want to play around, do some video editing. You want to download an app from the Play Store and it's not compatible with the OS that's on there, and that can be due to age. So just a few quick tips on that. You definitely want 2012 or newer if you're an app crazy. If not, save some money, get a 09. Between 09 and 2012, you'll still be able to Word document processing. If you're doing Skyping or if you're doing Zoom meetings, do some research, go online, find out what OS those apps are compatible with, because some of the older OSs will not allow you to Skype. It won't allow you to Zoom, and so on and so forth. You will be able to do FaceTime though. So, but like I said, now is the time to start doing your research if you want your kids to be prepared, or if you're going back to school and you want to be prepared. Don't wait till the last minute, because products will sell out, and you don't want to just be jumping around and wasting your money and buying the wrong thing. So hopefully this video helps. If you like this video and you want more content like this, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, leave us a comment. That helps encourage us, and it also encourages YouTube to keep us on their algorithm, making us relevant. So thank you for your time and watching this video. You can always email us at dmvcomputerman@gmail.com. We'll love to take your emails, answer any questions you have. Also, follow us on Instagram at dmvcomputerman. That's it for this video, y'all. Signing out, man. Enjoy.